Jed, go ahead. Wait.
We're ready. What the fuck? We're gonna talk about a Halloween feast.
Jed, how am I only learning that you have this power?
I don't think I'd call it a power.
Oh, it has the power to just derail conversation. That's
but yeah, we are here to, in all seriousness.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about
a Halloween feast, a little indie.
Yeah.
This is an indie spotlight.
This is an
episode.
indie spotlight. Mm-hmm. Again, they reached out to us to review the movie.
We love this.
So, like, we always say it whenever we do these indie spotlights.
Yep.
If you all have like a little horror film that you want us to review, talk about, let us know.
Yep.
We've done a
few at this point. We did one called Older Gods. We did one called...
we did The Cellar recently.
The Cellar, yep. And now we're doing this one. And we love doing this. This is super fun.
Yeah. And it also, I love it too because it allows me to watch horror movies that I might have never stumbled across.
I've never found it.
No, not at all. So yeah, we're talking about a Halloween feast, which came out in 2019.
Wait, a Halloween feast came out in 2024. Yeah, I was about to say it's very, very new.
Yeah. All right. So
yeah, I mean, how do we describe this movie? I'll try to summarize this movie. So this movie centers, I suppose, Karen Long, who is a young woman who where do you begin?
Karen Long is a young woman who has a dysfunctional family.
This very dysfunctional family, and she's also working a terrible dead end job. And she meets a children's performer who she ends up in a romantic entanglement with. We also meet her roommate, who is like a stereotypical goth who sleeps in a coffin. And, by the way, her mother, Angela, is like a murderer. She is like very, very unhinged. In like the first couple of minutes, she chops off her father's finger.
Well, she chops off her husband's finger, but Karen's
father's finger. Excuse me. Yes, her husband's finger. Before becoming romantically entangled with her psychiatrist, and it's one of those movies where like all the characters kind of know each other in like different. Yeah,
it's one of those ones that like it comes together in the end as to how they know each other.
Yes,
but
exactly.
You don't kind of know the entire time you're watching it, how they relate.
Yes, exactly. And like, the psychiatrist himself, who is, banging Angela, is also apparently owes money to some kind of gangster types who own the bar that Karen works at. And it's just this kind of tangled web of chaos. And
that was a fucking great summary.
Thank you. I just pulled it right out of my ass. Do we analyze this movie? What do we do?
I think we should just talk about it.
Just talk about it. Okay, cool. I love it.
I think sometimes it's harder with the indie films.
Yes.
We keep it shorter too.
Yes. The movie's called A Halloween Feast.
It is called A Halloween Feast.
Because at the end, Angela, sorry, spoilers, everybody. Spoilers. Angela hosts this big dinner party at her house on Halloween where she serves her murdered husband and the murdered psychiatrist / ex-lover to Karen and Karen's brother and the goth girl. And is it Mark? Is Mark the name of the children's performer?
Yeah. Who is the director?
He's the director?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so he's the director.
Okay.
And he is actually from Brazil, too.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Were there parts of this movie... So this is a horror comedy.
Yeah, 100% this is a horror comedy. It's a horror comedy that gave me a little bit of like John Waters campy vibes.
Yes.
In a way.
Yes.
And I was here for that because in that dinner scene where the mom cuts off the fingers of the dad, it is so fucking sudden. It is wild.
Yeah.
It is. And in that moment, it reminded me of Okay, so there's moments where Angela is like really angry at her husband for like smoking pot.
Yeah.
Or she's angry that people are rude to her. Like
Right.
she's like, and it really reminded me of Serial Mom, which is a John Waters movie. And it gave me those kinds of vibes from her performance.
Oh, you're so right.
So like, I was like, ooh, that's kind of fun. Like Tegan popped in one moment and she was like, well, she popped in for the last 30 minutes and was like,
oh gosh.
She was like, okay, what is this movie? She's like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. She's like, I really want to start it over because she didn't see the first half and watch it.
This movie's bananas.
It's bananas.
It's crazy.
But I like that at least, not to hop into a critique, but we are just talking about it.
Yeah,
I think it could have been cut a little bit.
Sure.
Because it's a horror comedy, but I think I like that it stays bananas.
Yes. Yes, it is totally bananas, and like not in ways you would always necessarily expect.
No, no.
Yeah, I have a hard time figuring out like how this movie thinks about itself. Like, is it obviously it doesn't take itself super seriously, which I appreciate about it.
Yeah.
I think that's great. But also there are times where I just get this like weird mixture of gravitas, but also silliness. Like when Mark's character is introduced, he's this children's performer. He's leaving a birthday that he's just been at. He's in this huge, stuff like animal costume, basically.
He's like an orange.
He's a dinosaur. Yeah. And as he's driving away, we're hearing this like really dramatic, like string music.
Oh yeah, we do hear that. That
gives just this like sense of like weariness to his character, but then it immediately changes when he like almost runs into Karen, and in talking to her, he picks up his dinosaur head and like makes it talk, and then invites her to get in his car and drive her home, and it
is the weirdest,
so weird,
wildest pickup line I've ever seen.
Would it work on you?
No. It's just so over the top and batshit insane.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean, because I'm like, I like the parts that remain batshit, but then there's the moments with like the Nietzsche quote. And
right. Like, there's like weird like nihilism in there. Yeah.
But I was like, is the Nietzsche quote, because like, I don't think I wrote it down. The last quote in the movie that they say for Nietzsche, it almost reminded me of the movie, like Nothing Matters. Like this is it's almost like everything is pointless.
Like why the fuck not?
Yeah, exactly.
I love that scene too. I think it's so funny that they're having sex and she's like moaning and talking about how like life is meaningless. Yes! and so it's liberating.
I know. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like if it sounds like you're just hearing moments of this movie and you're just like, what is this movie about? That is what this movie feels like to watch, basically.
Yeah. Yes. It really does. And there were so many moments that like a character popped up on screen and I was like, oh, I'm here for this, which was like the stereotypical goth girl.
Yes.
I was like,
I thought you would be here for this. Yeah.
And then I love at the end at the dinner scene where she's like, okay, no. This is all just a fucking
this
act.
Artifice.
Like, this is not real.
Yeah.
Like, and then the mom, there's a lot of spoilers. Just shoots her in the head. She's fucking gone. I was like, I like the boldness of the killing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought her character was very funny. She sleeps in her grandfather's coffin. She like fucks the brother.
She fucks the brother in the coffin. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. If you were gonna show somebody like a gag from this movie or a moment from this movie in an attempt to sell them on it, like what do you think you would do?
Honestly, I feel like I would show that scene in the beginning where she cuts off the fingers.
Oh, really?
But I really do think that's like, I feel like there's a bit of the tone of the movie for that.
Yeah,
so I would probably show that.
For sure. I feel like I would show them. I love Cujo, the gangster. And I love the scene where, like, later in the movie, he decides he's going to go fuck up the therapist dude.
Yes.
Yeah. And he finds out that his car has been vandalized. He can't drive it anymore.
Yes.
So he gets on a bus instead. And what you get in the last, like, I'd say 20, 25 minutes of this movie, as like the main action of the movie is ramping up towards climax. You've got characters having sex. You've got, people getting murdered and shot. And it just keeps cutting between these kinds of big action moments and him just kind of like on a bus waiting.
It's so funny. And it's also silent when it cuts to that. And it's like the three gangster guys who are just like...
And they're just on a bus. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's very... I love stuff like that. I love like editing gags like that are just so fun for me. Yeah. It's like what I love about the Cornetto movies. So like all the gags in those movies are just... It's all about the editing.
In which movies?
The Cornetto movies, like Shaun of the Dead.
Oh,
Hot Fuzz.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, because it's a moment of really mixing like a comedy with horror. Which moments like that also made me curious to see what the director does. Yeah. Because I think this is his first movie. I mean, he's acted, I think, in other things, but I think this is the first directorial debut movie. Yeah. But I was like, oh, that's fucking hilarious. And it is like it's like being on a bus.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think I've seen that he's done like shorts before or something. But I would love to see him do some more stuff, maybe with some more money. Yeah. I think that would be great. What'd you think of Lynn Lowry as Angela?
Amazing. Because she was in Cat People, the 80s Cat People.
Yeah, she was in The Crazies.
Yes.
Yeah. And she took a long time off from acting. She did. She took like decades off. Mm-hmm.
I thought she was fucking great.
I thought so too.
I loved her. I feel like committed to the role. I felt like she was having a great time. I was also like, I love that we've got like an older woman who's not only the villain, but also kind of hot.
Like pretty hot. Yeah. She's in a lot of like BDSM gear.
Yes. And the
in a
shoes
lot of this movie.
And the tights. And the, she like does a sexy dance for her husband at one point.
So, not to bring this up, because I think she is like legitimately sexy on her own. But I mean, how like she's a 78-year-old woman.
This is not a thing you see.
And you don't see this.
No, and it didn't feel like, like the movie X, where it's like, oh my God, the most terrifying thing is the old people.
Right, right.
It felt like, oh no, she is a murderer. But she's also hot. Like,
it's just like,
we're not making fun of this. We're
right,
not,
exactly.
like being like, ooh, gross. We're like, no, she's legitimately hot.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I loved that. It was not at all about the spectacle of her being old. It was supposed to be, I think, kind of a horny scene, and I think pretty successfully so, until, of course, the grandma pops out.
Oh my God. That fucking grandma. Holy shit. Also, when she like that scene where they stop doing what they're doing and she like comes into the kitchen and she like does the little sausage and she takes her dinner and leaves.
And then you see her like chewing on the intestine.
Yes! Oh my God. And there's like a scene earlier, like in the earlier dinner scene where she like eats a fly.
Yes. She is used to such great effect in this movie. And I think like in no better place than in that bedroom scene. Like I just think she just they're about to get it on and they see this like lump in the bed and they're like, what is that? And she just like pops out like a clown, and it's just...
And I love how Angela's like, oh my God, I can't do this. And he's like, it's your mother. Like, isn't it her mom? Like, oh my God. I also really thought that the moment where, I don't remember his name, but the husband goes off on a tangent about wearing the necklace of bones that he made on Etsy.
He went to Etsy site. I love that part too. That made me laugh.
Funny. I was like, oh my God. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like the camp was very high with this, which made sense because I saw the poster and I saw the title and I was like, I kind of was hoping for something campy and ridiculous. Yeah. And it was.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's a movie. So we recently, the previous indie spotlight that we did, was called The Cellar, and it was a movie that was like, I think, kind of similarly low budget, and like, also an indie thing. And I think really the difference is, it's just so much easier to enjoy a movie that doesn't have all the resources of a major movie if it just isn't taking itself super seriously.
Yes.
And so I think this movie like really successfully does that.
I think so too. I think it was because it was a horror comedy and because it was so campy.
Yeah.
You're not concerned as much about like how the blood looks necessarily or the
Right.
fingers. Although I do think they did a pretty damn good job with those. Like, I don't know. I thought the fingers were pretty good at the dinner table.
The fingers were good at the dinner table. Some
the
of the
heads were not.
Some of the blood smear, it was like bright red.
Yeah.
Some of it looked a little bit like CGI to me in some moments. Like the part where Angela takes Rose under the bed. She murders the psychiatrist's fiance.
Yes. Yeah.
And she yoinks her under the bed.
Blood comes out
and the
from
blood
under the
kind of
bed.
comes out, but
Yeah.
it looks a little bit unnatural.
Yeah. I did think that. There were parts where I was like, I don't really know if this is a bit of a stretch. And I was like, I don't really know if they're going this. But like the Giallo movies had that like unrealistic blood. And there were moments where when she was dressed up in her like sunglasses and jacket, like out going to kill people.
Yeah.
She had like some of the villainous looks of some of the Argento movies from the 70s.
Yeah.
So I
see
was
that.
like,
That's cool too, though. I like
right?
that.
I know.
Yeah.
But I was like, but I agree with you. The blood was a little inconsistent. You're
And
right.
like, is it supposed to look bad? Like, is it supposed to look like ketchup? Like, that's also part of the camp of it all,
no,
right?
that's true. Because
so
coming
I
out
don't
from the
know.
bed, it was like darker and a little
Yeah.
thicker. But then, like at the dinner table at the end, the heads are a
Yeah.
little bit more orangey red ketchup.
I guess
looking.
I'm okay if it looks like ketchup. I just don't want it to look like CGI. Like, I feel fairly
Which part
certain.
looked like, do you think the one coming out from under the bed
I
was
think
CGI?
coming under the bed with CGI. I feel like I can tell that.
Okay.
And Mr. Bronco, if you're out there and I'm wrong, reach out and I'll post a correction or something. But I think it's CGI. Can we talk about the psychiatrist ditching Rose to fuck his patient?
Yeah.
Who is a murderer?
Yeah.
And what a bananas choice that is. Because Rose is like really hot,
Yeah,
right?
she is.
She's super
Yeah.
duper hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't have anything other than that. I just think
Well,
it's
I
like...
mean, she's super hot and also like not going through a psychotic.
exactly. Yeah. It seems like such a no-brainer. Yeah.
It feels like you'd pick the hot one who's not
Who's
insane.
not? Yeah.
But I do feel like that doctor, a little self-sabotagey.
Yeah.
Kind of wanted the danger.
Oh,
the
totally.
edge.
He's like blowing coke as he's like on video calls with his... You know,
And then he just hangs up on the one guy too. He's like, I
know.
gotta go.
And that guy too, that guy on the video call was so funny to me because he was like, Doctor, the dialogue was so outrageous. The voices are back, and I think I need stronger medication. That or I need stronger booze. And like, it's
Yes.
just like,
And he's like, I think at a bar. Like there's a bar behind him. Is he
he's
a
like got like
bartender?
alcohol in his
Yes.
hands, and he's like, yeah, oh my gosh, it's so...
But this is an instance where like it's like not to compare, but like we talked about The Cellar with
Yeah.
those kinds of things. But there's
Yeah.
like this is meant to be ridiculous and over the top and not realistic at all.
Yes,
So like
yes.
it works.
Yes, it does
better.
work. I think, yeah, I mean, I would give this one a green light for people.
Oh yeah, I would too.
I would put the caveat. I think that I think if you're going to watch this movie,
Yeah.
you should like pop a weed gummy or something. Like, I think that's just something like, just something to kind of soften the rough edges a little bit and also maybe enhance some of those humorous moments. I think that would probably be best, but
Yes, I agree. And I would just say go into it knowing that it is a horror comedy.
Yes.
That it is campy.
like as fuck.
Yeah. And like campy is also like, I don't know about the director or anyone who wrote the movie, but there's a queerness to camp as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like go into it like thinking like each character is a caricature. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? But have fun with it. I agree about the weed gummy or have a couple shots. I don't know.
That works
Whatever
too.
you're
They
like.
would both work.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the queerness to camp? What do you mean about that? Because I read Tegan's essay, but I feel like
I don't know if I did. Oh, fuck. We need Tegan here to describe it because I'm not going to describe it well.
True.
I mean, I do always think like when I think of camp, I do think of John Waters. Like
Sure.
that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Sure.
I mean, I do think even with this, like, not that it feels queer, like this movie does not feel that
But
way.
like, are you sensing like a queer subtext to this movie? I guess is what I'm asking, or is queerness somehow represented in this movie?
Well, I mean, queerness doesn't necessarily have to just mean gay,
but yeah.
like the campy way the BDSM scenes are filmed.
Okay, sure.
Kind of has that like vibe to it. There's like I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's 100% serious in those moments, but there is like BDSM is like a queer, like, you know.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. That's like one moment. I think I'd have to watch the movie again.
Yeah.
To like really pick that out.
Yeah. My knowledge of like queer applications to media and literature is like pretty limited. Like I was never really taught it in college. And you know, the learning about it that I've had to do has really just been like self-teaching in the context of what I do, which is teaching literature to students. And so like we do kind of like have moments where we're kind of emphasizing like a queer lens on things. But you know, some of the things that I get, actually, you know, we really should have Tegan in here for this, but like one of the things that I get is that like queerness is not like you said, right? It's not necessarily about these sort of like you know, rigid categories of like LGBT, right? There's like any sense where you are kind of divergent from the sort of heteronormative narrative, right, of what life is supposed to be like. And that can be like, you know, that could be a single mom. That can be, right? Like divorced people, right? Like that.
100%.
Yeah. Like,
yes,
so I don't know. Like, I don't think that there's, is there not something queer to this woman in her 70s, all pushing 80, like having this kind of like kinky sexual sort of
like awakening in a way,
almost like like an awakening, or just like she's just pleasure seeking. I mean, she's you know, in ways good and bad, but I don't know. I think that's kind of cool though. And I feel like I'm glad we had this conversation, because I feel like through your perspective on it and our conversation, I feel like I have a higher opinion of this movie now than I necessarily did going into it. I a little bit was like, what the fuck am I going to say?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There are definitely things that could be improved in the film.
Sure.
But I think part of me gives a pass for it being their first full length.
Totally. And for a lot of it being like legitimately pretty funny.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I think that there's like, I think a lot of it is like which things work, which things don't work. But I do think more things work than don't work.
Yes. I got like a Van Wilder college romp vibe from some of this too, particularly like the like sex scenes like toward the end were like very,
I mean, there's a lot of sex in this movie.
I know.
Like there's
it's so welcome. I feel like we've had such a sexless couple of years in cinema.
And
I don't know.
None of the sex feels like, I mean, there's heteronormative sex. Yes, they're all,
it's all a man and a woman, and
But you've got like the goth girl fucking the boy, guy, man, whatever, in the coffin.
I think he's supposed to be in his 20s.
Yeah, I said boy, and I really wanted to change that. But like, I feel like that's camp. Like that's ridiculous.
Yes.
Like.
Yes.
Her being like, no, we're going to fuck in the coffin. And I'm going to put fucking plastic vampire teeth in my mouth before I like go down on you.
She refers to it as a ritual. Earlier on, she's like, is your brother still a virgin? Yes. Is he available for the ritual?
Yes. I know. And I was like, is the ritual just sex?
I thought she was going to like kill him. I thought she was going to like sacrifice him. But no, it turns out that she's just going to bang him.
Yeah.
This is the best kind of ritual. Cool. Well, anything else we want to say about...
No, I mean, you gave it the green light. I give it the green light, too. I say watch it.
Give it a go.
It's fun.
It's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's free. which is great.
It's perfect. You have ads.
Yeah, but that's bathroom breaks.
So true.
Food
so
breaks.
True. So true.
More weed gummies.
Yep. Perfect. Mm-hmm. Do you have a soundbite for this?
Fuck.
I have a soundbite.
Okay,
Can I do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? Because it's on Tubi. Here we go. Ready? Tubi.